Our next destination is the bustling capital city of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, in the state of Selangor. But we're not hanging around the town. About 25 kilometers away from the busyness of city life lies Kinrara Oval, one of the top cricket grounds in Malaysia and home to the Malaysian Cricket Association. The game of cricket took its roots on the then Malayan Peninsula in 1880. The first recorded match was between the state of Selangor and Malacca 7 years later. Cricket, though not yet popular among the locals, was widespread throughout the country during British rule. That eventually led to the founding of the present Malaysian Cricket Association back in 1948. And in 1967, it received the ICC Associate Member status.
In the early years of being in the ICC as an associate member, the benefit of it is obviously that we are part of a fraternity. We play in some of their events, a lot of the events, the Under-19 World Cup, for example, the ICC trophies of the world. So it is something for each member country to play for. We get direction, we get help in coaching processes again, in umpiring, in scorers. Under the ICC umbrella, then you have the Asian Cricket Council. And through the Asian Cricket Council, we get funding directly through the ICC and indirectly from ACC as well.
Malaysia had opened its doors to many international and regional cricketing events. From the 3rd to the 11th of May this year, the country played host to associate and affiliate members from 9 Asian countries for the ACC Under-19 Elite Cup. This tournament played a crucial role for teams aiming to gain direct access to the ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup 2014 held in the United Arab Emirates.
For the participating teams, this is actually a very, very important tournament. Simply because the top 2 from this tournament will advance to the ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup. I think it will be held next year, and so the top teams from Asia region will be the one representing Asia in the World Cup. So it's a very, very important tournament.
UAE are guaranteed a spot in next year's world event by virtue of being hosts. This meant going into the tournament, there was only one place up for grabs. Despite UAE's automatic qualification, they were keen to prove their worth. They came second in Group A, having only lost once. That was to group leaders Afghanistan. Host Malaysia were ranked second in Group B, with Nepal leading the group undefeated. The Malaysian Under-19 side is made up mainly from the players who won last year's ACC Under-16 Elite Cup. So it was a youthful team that took to the field at Kinrara Oval against tournament favourites and defending champions Afghanistan in the semi-finals. The Malaysians decided to field first after winning the toss, but their bowlers couldn't find any answers against the resilient Afghans. At the end of their 50 overs, the visitors had set a target of 233 for the hosts to chase down. The Malaysian batsmen were up next, but they were unable to overcome their opponents. The hosts would have to settle for a 3rd place playoff with Nepal, who lost to UAE in the other semi-final.
Here we have got 10 countries from all over Asia coming to compete, and this will be a good test to gauge where you stand. If not, you wouldn't know what your level of cricket is, you see. And it's an opportunity for them to get a chance to play a lot of international games at age group levels, and later when they are big and they are matured enough or good enough, they can play for the senior team.
To the final next, and the United Arab Emirates were up against Afghanistan. Both teams arrived early in the morning and took to the field immediately for warm-ups. Despite not needing to win, the UAE were focused on victory.
It is very important because as we have reached into finals, I think so it's for the first time we have reached in the finals of the Under-19 ACC Cup. So it's a major tournament for us. We took it differently. We were not thinking of the World Cup, because we are in the World Cup already, but we wanted to win this tournament and perform good over here, and till now we have performed very well, up to the expectations, and inshallah we'll do well in the finals.
Afghanistan went into this one brimming with confidence, having not dropped a game throughout the whole tournament.
About 8 boys are new selected from domestic tournaments for this under-19 team. So last time when we qualified to Australia for the World Cup, there were more senior guys who already played lots of under-19 tournaments, but this time most of the guys were junior, but the way they performed was brilliant, outstanding.
The warm-up done, and UAE won the toss and decided to bat first. The Afghan bowlers tore into the UAE batsmen. Unable to cope with the sheer aggression of the bowling attack, the Emirates capitulated, finishing with a very gettable 57 runs after just 27 overs. With a boisterous support from the sidelines, Afghanistan opener Abdul Rahim Mangal and Hashmatullah Shahidi took turns to demolish the UAE bowlers. By the 10th over, their teammates were already standing by to celebrate the victory with them. And with that final hit from Shahidi, Afghanistan emerged champions of the ACC Under-19 Elite Cup 2013.
We are very excited to win this tournament. I want to dedicate this win to all of my brothers and sisters back home, and I hope this will bring smiles to their faces. We will train hard for the World Cup. We have a good management team and coaches who will work with us, preparing us for next year.
So for the winners, they have plenty to look forward to. For those who didn't do so well, there is the fierce determination to improve.
Ultimately, I think it's fair to say that each country needs to do their own thing to improve the game. And in Malaysia, we have taken steps to not only promote, but excel in the international arena.
For now, though, the Malaysian boys must return to their hometowns and back to school. A third-place finish has shown them they can compete at this level, and cricket has a bright future. It may have started as an Englishman's game, but the locals are now making it very much their own.